All right, so basically today I'm definitely going to speak English because this is a type of video that it requires an understanding and beyond. So I saw this video and looking at the current situation in our country where corruption and what we refer to as dissatisfaction of the citizens has been the order of the day. Now I'm going to start with the president. Now the reason why I'm summoning you today is that the fact that our country have become a platform or an arena or a place wherein things are happening beyond your control. Now, when I saw this video about Kenya, I think this the guy is a civil society activist in Kenya. How firm he has stand against what the president of Kenya, William Ruto, is doing together with the people to make sure they end it and liberate Kenya. Now, looking at how the guy was speaking, talking about how serious he was to create this kind of changes, it reminds me of my country, and more especially you, our president, because you created a system, you created this kind of view or perception that the opposition known as the APC, by far good, they are not good for that country, neither good for themselves. And we believe this because you point out reasons when it comes to increments in prices, corruption, and other things. And these were the things you promised that you were going to do. But today, you being in power for more than 5 years, we've seen a double fold, I can even say triple fold of that. But before speaking further, let's watch the video. I'll be right back.
You're doing Comrades power. Comrades power. Comrades Ria. Comrades Ziggy Zaga. We want to unequivocally state that we shall remain unbowed. We will not be intimidated by this punitive regime.
Sure.
We have only one goal, to ensure we get rid of bad governance, and this will happen in my generation. When we say Ruto must go, we are not inciting anarchy. We are calling all the people with oppressive or dictatorship tendencies to book. And we say that no matter what it takes, we will fix this nation. Comrades power. Comrades Ria. Viva to the youth of Kenya, viva. Viva. We say that as a show of goodwill, he should fire and hire accordingly. He should follow the constitution. He should employ at the very least 100,000 youth and resign from office. Mr. Ruto, if you want to show us a sign of goodwill, kindly reconstitute the IEBC. That is the only way we will believe that you have our best interests at heart. Comrades power. We shall not tire. We shall not relent. We shall not give up in pursuing what is our God-given right, because we, the people of Kenya, are the sovereign power of this country. Comrades power. Comrades Ria. Comrades Akchu. Comrades Ziggy Zaga.
After watching the video, you hear the guy saying the president should employ at least 100,000 youth, plus employing people that are what to be in the office. In other words, avoiding square peg in a round hole. That is, people who are not merit or deserve to be in a particular office. They should not be just appointed based on nepotism. Now, you see the backup and willingness from the people, even the people that are interviewing him. Now, I look at this guy's situation and make a comparison about it in our country and said, it's very funny because you try things like this in Sierra Leone before even the government of the day started to hunt you. It is the people that will first create this kind of frame that you are a terrorist, you are a gang leader, you are against democracy, you are causing incitement. And the funniest part of this issue is, minus these people that are calling you names, when it comes to general suffering, we all are doing the suffering together. So you see how funny the whole thing is. Instead of us to put it up to ourselves saying whether you are in opposition or you are for the government of the day, or neither be a neutral citizen, let us learn to see our problem as one and attack it directly as it is. But today, a lot of people said in that country, even if their politicians do the wrong thing, you're not supposed to say it. Once you say, you are coming from the side of the opposition. So I specifically bring this video to tell Sierra Leoneans and the rest of the world that when people are talking about democracy, when people say it is government for the people, by the people, and whatever for the people, you know, it's government by the people, for the people, and whatever you put it. It has to do with, if we the people have put you there, you know, and you are there to deliver for us, you should also put it at the back of the mind, at the back of your mind, that if we the people are tired of you, then you definitely need to go. But here, the most interesting part of the guy video was that when he was saying William Ruto must resign. That was the most funny thing, bro. What you're saying, if this happened in Sierra Leone, you better not be in the country, because if you are, then you're gonna find yourself in a hell of a prison that you cannot understand. Because no matter how you do, you're not gonna survive it. They're gonna call you cool. They're gonna call you names, and that is because we've seen ourselves in the country like more favoring politicians more than the betterment of the country. So that's why I'm telling a lot of people, if you see what is happening in Kenya today, you see the president is willing to make amends. The president is bringing himself down. This is because the supporters of the president, people that are against the president, the whole of Kenya came out in their number and said, we are going to end this. Now look at what is happening in Sierra Leone. The president himself is denying his own manifesto at this moment. Remember when he was contesting for power, one of the things he made mention was that APC I put a bag of rice, 200,000 litres and above. He's going to make sure he handled that. The people of the country are hungry, and we believed you. So what happened, just in a conference center days ago, you said you cannot put the price of rice down because we are not producing our own rice. You are importing rice, which literally means you are denying your own manifesto. If you can definitely do that boldly, which means every single thing you say, you are not even serious about it to make sure you bring that into manifestation. You accuse the APC of corruption. Look at what happened in Parliament. We saw where the clerk of the Parliament, the wife is occupying a public position, like receiving government salary, and she's not working. And instead of that man to be used as an example, he has been reinstated. We've seen in the cases of your government, the 2022 Auditor General's report, more than 600 billion old note was embezzled, unaccounted for. What have been done to those people? We've seen in your government, look at the money you spend, expenses, state house and lodge, all these other things. And I'm not saying those expenses of yours are bad, but looking at the current situation of the country. Liberia president even tried to teach you a lesson. Look at what he did. He has to cut down 40% of his expenses because he looked at the economy of his country and said, nah, the level at which Liberia economy is, I gotta put down my expenses to make sure it suits the survival of the people. This is something we're expecting from you. Not just traveling, not just making gigantic speeches, not just making braggart speeches. The people of that country are tired. And the most unfortunate part of it, we have two main problems here. Number one, people cannot stand. People cannot stand for what they actually want in that country. They politicize you. Number two, the government cannot allow you. So we are living in a system, people are not willing to do their part, and the government is actually not doing their part. This is actually sad. But this video should actually be a lesson to you, the president, that whenever the people are tired and are willing to take the bull by the horn, definitely, whether by fire or by force, changes must be made. Thanks for watching. Sorry for changing my dialect. We want to make sure that we reach different diverse countries to make sure they know what is happening in Sierra Leone. And I have no choice but definitely do this in English. Pardon my grammar. We're just trying to do what we're trying to do. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Power to the people.
Follow, like, comments, and subscribe for more.
An incident took place in Kenema, Sierra Leone, where a 22 years old lady called Adam stabbed the husband, and the guy was rushed to the hospital. Despite what happens, at the end of the day, the guy cannot survive it. Now, this has been something that I can say is called modus operandi or modus vivendi or whatever how to call it. But definitely, I'm not a grammatic expert. That was just for fun. Now, looking at this lady, we've seen a couple of months ago incident like this happening in our country, and like We saw a case wherein a man in my 91 has to light the sun on fire. That means going to the petrol station, purchase a fuel, turn it on the sun and make sure his scratch light on him. And at the end of the day, we end up losing that young man. But don't be surprised, because the level at which the country is, everything is just going beyond expectation from the negative aspect. Bad governance, bad citizenship. I mean, we've got to the point that where the government of the day can no more handle its citizen. Just like in the book Things Fall Apart says, it said the falcon cannot what? Handle or listen the falconer. Mere anarchy is losing upon our country, not upon the world. Because people are not only complaining about bad leadership, they are complaining about kidnapping, they are complaining about gangs and robbers, they are complaining about a whole lot of things. And the funniest part is, what is really going on? And I feel like when people are talking about democracy in our country, democracy is actually good. But have we actually tried to understand what democracy is? Look at America, the first world country that they are called the father of democracy, the number one country in the world with the highest democratic values. There are principles, there are certain principles, even if it costs your life, then definitely they are just definitely going to do it. I mean, we need democracy. But if at the ending of the day, people are doing things, that are violating each other's human right, then I think also it is also the place of democracy to make sure that what you did to that person, justice is done to you. If you have to do what we call in our language, if you take the person life, you save, therefore take your life. But all these things happening, people end up saying it's the work of the devil. Well, like they say, nobody ever knows who actually this devil is. Whether the devil is black, white, yellow, or green, we don't know. But definitely, this is too much, and we expect the police to do their very best and make sure that whoever or whatever led to this, that lady must not go scot-free. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Power to the people.
Follow, like, comments, and subscribe for more.
A lot of you have seen pictures circulating on the social media about athletics or athletes that went to Paris, and for competition. And this was quite interesting thing, because those pictures actually fly all around social media. And it's actually good we are seeing our country on the map. Like people always say, Salon de bien, but definitely this bien time, we don't ready for catch up with the rest of the world. But the most interesting part is, one of our brother, happens, he wanted to take an escape route, an escape means, or what we refer to as an escape for survival. Well, according to report, they said this guy actually flee from where he was supposed to be, taking a move to another city where the police apprehended him. Now, let me just dive a little bit into this story. As you can see, our brother, he's a person with a disability. In another word, what we call in our country, disabled person. But have you actually asked yourself the question why this guy tried to do this? Let me go straight to the point. This is because of the current situation of our country. Anytime you see people trying to flee from their country, there is one thing we always say in our tribe: no place like home, home sweet home. If you see somebody they run away from a home, that simply means all is not well. Like how people can talk in a Creole and know how I left host. If a young man like this is trying to take a flee, despite he's a person with disability, but he put it up to himself that my disability is not my inability. That is because our country is not good. This is the reason why we are telling our politicians to fix that country. Because if you fix your country, we are not expecting Sierra Leone to be like the rest of the world, but at least let it be a starting point for the, let me just say, for the lane Sierra Leone to be saying, despite I don't have diamonds and gold, but I'm proud I have a country and I will be able to survive in my country. Seeing things like this is not strange. Well, the funniest thing is that this guy actually don't expose a lot of people who want to take them kind of routes there. And next time, bro, I advise you ask questions how people they can do it. Anyway, better luck next time. But definitely, if you see things like this happening, people swelling is risking their life, going to Temple Run, Parkway, and other places. This is because of what we call in Creole, I know how I left host. And definitely, as a young man who have an ambition, what we refer to as risk is never a big deal at all. Though sometimes you should not overdo, because whenever you are doing things like that, you should apply wisdom instead of being sensitive. Because the definition of wisdom is to be able to foresee the consequences of your action before you take them. Thanks for watching. That's all for today, and I will see you in the next video.
Power to the people.
Follow, like, comments, and subscribe for more.
Well, right back. I'm taking this whole thing back again to Leone Entertainment, and today I'm diving with, there is a theory of Charles Darwin that says variation among living things. But these twin brothers, known as the two brothers, have actually defied this theory. And remember, we have hypothesis and theory. Hypothesis, probably this might be explanations or conclusions or discoveries that at the ending of the day actually have no ending proof. While theory actually are principle or whatever you said, as long as there is a narrative and accurate result about it. Now, when Charles Darwin says variation among living things, what he was trying to say that no two living things of the same kind actually look alike. Say even the identical twins, there must be difference or differences. But look at these two guys, man. You hardly tell the differences. I'm not saying there are no differences. There might be difference in character, probably body volume, but you take you a keen look to definitely understand that. Well, these guys are actually trying to celebrate God, thanking God and everybody, because it's actually good sometimes. The hustle is not easy. And when you actually make it up there is one thing we refer to as gratitude, and humility is one of the quality that any human being should not lack. Like a wise man once said, three qualities, if you don't have, you remain poor till the ending of your life. Number one, if you are not educated. Number two, if you don't have a product or service. Number three, humility. Watch the video and we'll be right back.
Hey mama, two brothers. Hey papa. Yes sir, yes sir. Yeah. After we don't suffer from the far distance, the haters them see don't know when give we chance. All the pastors and the imam they pray for we. Two brothers the blessing they follow we. God the blessing they flow. God the blessing they flow. Papa God I tell you thank you for the blessing, the money, the love you don't show to we. Daddy God I tell you thank you for the grace and power connection you don't give to we. Number one at the street we know the carry last. We pocket flop and we the carry cash. And this way we pass now we name them blast. True brother no slow we the carry fast. Daddy God you bless we the bless others. We spend millions and we the spend dollars. From free to city now we don't cross borders. So much blessing now on these two brothers. Mama, hey papa. Yeah, after you don't born we a men, we suffer till we can't see. Papa, you not eat where you labor. Now we defend them the other way, invest them the right way. Papa, we the ask for direction. Yeah, now we don't blow up. The time where the star don't shine, now the time we don't lose in the dunya. We never give up. Mama, now for pray for we, now you picking up the prosper. Yeah. After we don't suffer from the far distance, the haters them see don't know when give we chance. All the pastors and the imam they pray for we. Two brothers the blessing they follow we. God the blessing they flow. God the blessing they flow. With the flow, with the flow, with the flow, yo. Daddy God the blessing they flow, yo. This blessing too plenty, yeah. I want for thank my mama and T, yeah. She raised we as a kid, tell us to proceed, and now we don't succeed. Two brothers, big up to Mama Cardi, provide for we food, anytime we belly angry. Advice we, not fall apart party, still we feel the pain where we lost late daddy. Papa God, I thank you for the success. That belly will be empty now, with the floor press. Motoka house, we don't get, and the business the flow, now so we know the parents. After we don't suffer from the far distance, the haters them see don't know when give we chance. All the pastors and the imam they pray for we. Two brothers the blessing they follow we. God the blessing
Well, thanks for watching that video, and I've added the link in the comment section. Don't mind, and please check it out to follow the brother SO and the brother, and tell us what you think about these two brothers. And like I said, don't mind for we changing with accent and waiting we can talk in Creole. We are chasing more audience beyond, and we're trying to take this thing international right now, not only for Sierra Leoneans but the rest of the world. Like people can say anything where the rest of the world they do, Sierra Leoneans, we can do it better. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the inconveniences, and I will see you in the next video.
Power to the people.
Follow, like, comments, and subscribe for more.